NERDSoul.
All right. We are back watching the Grasshopper hopefully slowly become a master. This is a match I think I lost, but in this case, once again, you can see I'm in bronze. The reason I'm showing this or this particular set of matches is because I actually lost rank. I dropped back down to rookie and then got back up to bronze, which is something that I think is super important because if I'm supposed to be showing my journey, if I'm supposed to be yet just a baby grasshopper, then I should be able to show like, hey, I kind of stunk it up a little bit and then I sort of came back. What I've been playing mostly lately was Streets of Rage 4. So of course I have been getting mad rusty on my Street Fighter 5, but I'm back in this case. You see, I came through on the first round. I usually do very poorly against Ryu players, and as you can see, it's not looking good for your boy. But I did come away with the win for the first round. But now you can see, I got he got me in a daze, he stunned me, and this is just his round completely. It's no way. I kind of got a couple little baby combos going, but nothing big enough to really make a difference. My blocks were all over the place, and I completely lost this round. I gave this away because I remember playing this round, nothing seemed to be coming out for me. Nothing seemed to be working, whether it was a fireball or a dragon punch. I was doing okay with trying to see where he was going, but Yo Jorge just took a brother down. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, his rank is higher than me, but it's just, you wanna learn something. And from this, what I think I learned mostly is just like making sure that my inputs are as crisp as possible. Because as you see in this round, I actually look like, oh, okay, cool. He's kind of taking control a little bit, because hey, his inputs are crisp. Last round, my inputs were not on point. Also, when I try to connect to a throw after my hurricane kick for crossing distance, it's just not connected. It's just not working for me, and I'm trying to buffer the moves, but they're just not coming through. But I did. Oh, okay, cool. I won this fight. I thought I lost this fight for some reason, but at least I won this one, and I came through, which is a good thing. But I think he comes back and schools me, when it comes to just being a Shoto fighter in general. Also, guys, we got NERDSoul Light in the house, but he wanted to play again, so I was like, cool, let's play again. The more I play, the more I learn. I prefer to learn by playing than to being in the training room, because, and don't get me wrong, for people that use the training room has tons to offer, but for me, I learn more by people just waxing the floor with me. Because I mean, you get to see like real players and what they really do and how they really respond and how they really play. The UI and training is good. It definitely, I mean, you can turn it up to like level 8 or whatever, but in a sense of playing like a real player, the computer just isn't the best substitute. And I've been trying my best to get my block streams on point, and also get my counters on point, and really, try to make a difference. Now, see right here, homie just handled me in a match that I probably should have had, but I just couldn't close out on it. But the reason I think I lost this fight. This is the reason I showed this fight, because I like the fact that I'm able to look back at stuff that I probably should have been able to close out on, but some reason couldn't. He really comes in and gets a good job at like throwing. And I'm surprised he didn't throw me at that move. But in general, you see, this is, last round I should have won, and this one he just completely took me away. And the only thing I can imagine is that I can't remember this particular match if my inputs weren't crisp, but it was either that or a combination of that and the fact that he had figured me out, because there's a lot of players that'll just figure you out, and that's what I think happened to me on this one. I think my boy just figured me out, and there was nothing I could do. The good thing is that he wanted to play again, so I'm like, cool. The more, especially when it comes to Shoto fighters, there's certain fighters that I do have problems with. Guile and Nash players, and Shoto characters, I have a lot of problems with. And kind of by extension with Guile and Nash, a lot of charged characters give me problems at times. And I think I have a Bison match in here as well, where I get, you know, just tossed from left to friggin' right. But this is another one. See, like the input wasn't crisp. I wanted to open with a fireball. See, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to close the gap, get close to him. Nothing working. At least he tried to wake up, but he tried to wake up with a throw. And yeah, then he caught me with that one, even though I wanted to kind of come through with that. But once again, you know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm kind of like missing the opportunities. I was kind of waiting for that hurricane kick, but I was not ready, was not at all ready for, of course, your boy when he crossed me up, which was a bad thing. You know, a bad thing for the home team, as you can see. On to of course, a Cammy or a Cammy-like player. This is a match that I think I actually came through on and won. I was doing a pretty good job on just countering her, keeping control of the match, which I enjoyed, because you know your boy trying to step up. You know, he a grasshopper, but he trying to go on the way. Anti-aired her on that, which was easy, but I'm not following her through on her very last sweep, and you'll see that as a kind of, you know, as a kind of thread through this. And I was surprised that the medium dragon punch actually stopped that. I didn't expect it to. I was trying, but I wasn't sure. I think she took me on this one. Yeah, she took me on this, and just ended up being a lesson learned, because this was a match, or this was a certain round that I was like, I think it was close enough where I could have took her. So right here, you'll see me get a little more aggressive, you know, continuing to kind of go after her, and kind of go for it. I'm surprised she was able to get through that, but I know how that move works. So, you know, that was just luck of the draw. Also, not waiting for that throw. Waiting for that throw was a big problem. But I think right here you'll see that I'm kind of like actually going after a little bit more, instead of, you know, kind of cowering back. And don't get me wrong, playing slow, it works for me too, because usually the only time I ever beat Guile characters or Guile players or Guile characters or Nash characters is by playing slow. But this case, this is someone that I had an opportunity to kind of close out, and I was glad I did. So in this final round, I think I'll end up winning this one. That's right, NERDSoul, like, show him. And kind of coming back across the room is something that I do sometimes just because it's weird to me. And if it's weird to me, maybe it'll be weird to someone else. But this one, I felt way more confident. And of course, you know, like they say, you know, each win fuels the next win. And I think I got a chance to kind of come back on it and feel a little more confident in my play style against her, or at least in her play style against me. And not saying that this is a woman that I'm playing, but just like the character that, you know, I'm fighting against. So I won that one, and that was cool. I was like, whoo, thank God, because I got my butt beat a lot. So this is a Nash player, and I think I showed this round because I think this is another one where it's kind of a near miss, where I probably should have won, but I ended up getting, you know, smoked up. And I'm trying to remember. I think I lost this one. But as you can see, right here, I'm getting a lot better with my block strings. I'm getting a lot better at kind of like going after them with counters. But unfortunately, kind of closing out rounds is my problem, because I think he makes a comeback. I'm trying to remember, because we're sort of watching this back at the same time, because usually talking and playing, especially when it comes to fighting games, is tough for me. But cool, I took this round, which was cool, and I've been trying to use my V trigger, you know, wisely, you know what I'm saying? And trying to figure out cool ways to, you know, of course, lure people into, you know, a throw or a grab or something like that. And see, that's something that I probably could have connected on, but, you know, it just didn't look good. I'm glad I was glad I was able to block that, but I didn't string to my low block. But I was able to come back and kind of, you know, make a resounding counter and come back with the, you know, with the dragon punch, which was cool. Now, Balrog players, another thing. Shouts out to Smug, but Balrog players give me a lot of problems, as you can see already at the beginning of this match. Oh man, this is tough. I do try to fireball him down a little bit, even though I do know that he has the move where he's able to like sidestep, and that joint, that move right there gets me in a lot of trouble. I don't feel, another thing, I forgot to mention this. One thing that I don't feel bad about is being in the corner. I used to panic in the corner a lot, which is something that I know I'm getting better at. I used to be extremely anxious in the corner, but now when I'm in the corner, I don't really trip. I don't feel like it's any different than being in another space. Which is cool. I'm getting better. I mean, even though, of course, you know, the corner isn't the best place to be, but I don't freak out when I'm in the corner. But the good thing about this is, as you can see, I did take a good amount of power away from him. I didn't win, you know what I'm saying? I know, you know, inch or a mile winning is winning, but still, the fact that I'm like, okay, I did get some hit points from him. I did, you know, I was able to, you know, affect him on some level and kind of, you know, have a good showing. And in that case, that's how hard he hit me, man. I had to cough. But in this case, I felt a little more confident at like, okay, cool, you know, he's getting his licks in, but you know, the game is still pretty close on this round. So why not go for it? Now, of course, you know, things get a lot different, but I go for I thought I went for the throw there. But, you know, feeling like, okay, cool, I can go for this. And knowing that he's going to try to cross ground quickly, sooner or later, he went for the sweep. But, yeah, and as you see, I won this round, so I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm feeling like, okay, this could be anyone's game. But of course, with being anyone's game, you know, like that crack shot, essentially, that move is essentially a crack shot from, you know, your boy Terry Bogard. But, you know, being able to kind of like hold my own for a second against a Balrog player was a good feeling. Because I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Usually Balrog players give me a lot of problems too. And as you can see right here, this is where I really lost my footing, but I was able to kind of come back, get a little bit of, you know, gain some composure, come back, back up a little bit, get some counters in, and then of course cross back, which is something that I think is weird. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But here is where I really, he just went to work on me. You know what I'm saying? He just went to work, and I paid the price. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wanted to show this because even though I lost, this is probably one of the better showings that I had against a Balrog player, usually, or a boxer. Usually when it comes to boxer players, I just get smoked up. And I think I did kind of okay. And he wanted to run back because usually I try to run a full set against people, but sometimes people don't want to play with me anymore. Either I'm probably not enough of a challenge for them or whatever. But you know, I'm like, okay, cool. So we open up. I get a couple hits on him. He hit me with the throw, but I'm still feeling like, okay, cool. I can, you know, I can win a round. I can, and if you can win a round, you can win a fight. So I'm like, I'm feeling comfortable-ish. I know his moveset is just being able to. I was expecting him to try to, you know, dash in, but I read that super wrong. You know, that's the only thing about trying to anticipate other people's moves. You know, sometimes, like that time, it worked. But, you know, I'm feeling good in this round, and I'm like, okay, cool. I might be able to take, you know, I might be able to get something back. You know what I'm saying? Boom. My block strings is on point. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm still keeping my guard up. I'm still coming through. I go for the throw. Oh no, I thought I went for the throw on this one, but you know what I'm saying? As you can see, I'm like, cool, I'm close. But then I think I end up making like a dumb decision. Yeah, I think I went for the fireball again. Oh no. I won this fight. Whoo, that's good. It's a good thing I'm watching this back, boy. Cause sometimes sometimes you be like, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna make this or not. So of course, every victory fuels the next. So now, as you can see, I'm playing a little more confident. But the only thing is, like, it leaves me super open. See, like, I should have easily blocked that last one. High, low, coming for the low, high. He's going to come strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. I'm not going for any counters. Boom, there we go. I was comfortable. I was confident. I waited, but I wasn't patient enough to see right here. There it goes. There goes the problem. You know what I'm saying? And the jumping in, I should have waited. But I do get a chance to kind of come back. But, you know what I'm saying, he had it in the bag by then. But at least one thing that I learned from here is that, okay, cool, I had an opportunity to, you know, like come in and really, you know, hold my own, stand my ground, get some counters in. You know what I'm saying? On all of the power shots, I'm doing a good job of, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing a good job of standing my ground. The only thing is like anticipating when he's going to drop that, you know, kind of like that rush jab or whatever. I don't know the name of the move, but kind of anticipating on when he's going to do that is the kind of big issue. It's kind of like, how is he going to drop it? Is it going to be the V trigger version, or is it going to be the regular version? Like, how is it going to play out exactly? And that's what kind of worries me the most. Even in this moment, you see how I caught him with the, you know, I caught him with my super, caught him with the fireball. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is still anybody's game right now. He caught me before I threw the dragon punch. I think if I could have got that dragon punch off, if I could have got into the animation in general, if I could have got into that animation, I think that I could have, you know, I could have really won this match and made a difference. But unfortunately, you know how it goes. This match with Ibuki though, is much different because shout out to Ibuki players. Usually Ibuki takes me to the rack, but here, my brother, is where I actually come through and end up winning. And I was surprised because Ibuki players are usually so quick and so fast on a brother that they kind of take me out. But here, I actually held my own and it went well. I was surprised by how well I did. I was really surprised. I was surprised by kind of like reacting from that into a throw as well, which was cool. But just kind of like seeing, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some things that I can kind of like predict because I've been whooped up on by so many Ibuki players in Third Strike, so I kind of know what to look for. But still, the fact that, you know, I was able to come through with that win. She didn't want to play again, which was cool, but it was good that I caught that win. Unfortunately, jury players are very unorthodox, and I haven't played enough of them to really be comfortable against them and know their moveset. Of course, you know, Jury takes me to the rack. I actually do a pretty okay job of countering and trying to figure out what she's gonna do, but without playing enough Jury players, I just don't know what to look out for. You know what I'm saying? Also, her delayed, of course, the delayed wake up was always throwing my timing off. But I think I did a good job of kind of like countering here when need be. But you know, like that move is something that I was not expecting, and I was like, "Yo, Jury got some like crazy moves that I am not, or was not prepared, was not ready for." So I ended up looking pretty bad, but at least I won that round because I do not win this fight. At least I don't believe so. Also, I didn't know that her throw had so much range on it, because even when I thought I was at a safe distance for her throws, man, she caught me with something nasty, son. Like her throw man, bruh. It's crazy. I mean, it's dope, but I mean, it's bad for me. But with that said, this is a round where, like as you can see, we're kind of even. It's looking like it could be anybody's game. I'm trying to stay, you know, ready, expecting to see another air move. I don't. My command moves aren't working, and then she catches me with the super, and it's over. Oh no, it's not over. Oh, okay, maybe I did something and lost on this one. Yeah, she caught me with the sweep. So yeah, in this case, of course, she caught me out there, and there was nothing really I could do. Which, you know, hey, what can you do when you're fighting a Jury player? But you know, I mean, this fight is still 1-1. So shouts to Tony09. I feel like Tony09 is, you know, we had a pretty good match, and because in this case it was just like I think he kind of figured me out, and there was nothing I could really do after this because as you can see, my health is like mad low. Homie took me, but one thing I do like right here is as I turned the tide like a little bit, but it wasn't enough in the end to actually make a huge difference. Which is, you know, for better or for worse, I learned, you know what I'm saying? I learned a little something. And I want to say we ran this back, which is a good thing, because the more I play, the more I learn, and the more I learn, the better I get, hopefully. So Tony was like, "Word, let's run it back." And I think I dropped a rank. I think this is the fight where I dropped a rank, but I was able to actually bring that, you know, get that rank back. But as you can see right here, even his confidence is a lot higher. Look at how he's coming at me. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, her throws are just like McNasty, man. It's like her range, I've definitely have to get used to kind of like her moveset and players that play like her. Because this was a massacre for a lot of it. Even in this case, I tried to, you know, kind of cross up and come back, but it was it was already written in the cards. I was taken out, and her range is something that I did not expect. Her range is crazy. You know, there's many times when I thought I would be out of hit range for her, and that was not the case. So, and I mean, as you can see right here, like just the dash and the you know, the you know, going for the throw, and you see how close she was. It's crazy. Now I did kind of like, you know, kind of lure him into a couple of dragon punches, but even here, man, all these wake up throws, crushing me, man. Those things really took a lot out of me. And of course, we got, you know, all the sweeps back to back, and there it is. That's the win. even from a fight that I thought I was kind of doing well in, it just ended up being bad for me. And this, I wanted to throw this because I can't remember if I've ever showed an Abigail match before. And this is the last match I'll show with me and Abigail. As you can see, there's a little lag in this joint. But since I don't think I've ever shown an Abigail match before, I was like, let me go in and show this joint. And who'd have thunk it? I won this because the thing with players like Abigail is like they have so much power. It's like like one of their hits, man. Like even like see look at that. If he would have juggled me, that joint would have been over. Yeah, and so being able to catch him in between the smashing for that sweep was a good thing for me because Abigail's just one of those players like Abigail, Honda, Zangief. They have so much power. Like, what I'm saying, like a couple hits or a super from them could be devastating. And of course, as you see, dude throws the overhead on me, catches me in the block. And right now, I'm just trying to like figure out, right now I'm trying to figure out how should I approach, what should I go for, and like how should I, kind of like go after him because he's so powerful, and I don't want to take that L. You know what I'm saying? So right here, you see me. I use the trigger fireball, and we're getting all that. We're getting all of them problems with the lag. The lag is crazy, and the lag isn't consistent either. Like how some matches where the lag continues throughout, but this joint, it was just kind of problematic at small bursts. So it's like you didn't know exactly what to go for, and exactly what to expect. The good thing is, I was able to get that win in early. So even losing this round, it wasn't over for me. In the final round, once again, see, look, boom, making crazy mistakes. The good thing is now knowing what I know after this fight, I kind of know what to expect as far as like the player's range. And like right now, I'm just trying to lure him in close enough to possibly, kind of get a dragon punch in or something like that. Also, try to maybe try to get a throw or dragon punch, like just long enough to kind of get that fighting chance. Because right now, the Grasshopper's trying to learn, and the Grasshopper can't be too cavalier out there on them streets because I'm yet just a bronze. No, I'm still a rookie because remember, I went back down to being a rookie. So it's like I lost in a rank, and it wasn't too good. It wasn't good for your boy. But this is where kind of like I kept my composure. I stayed low, and I ended up winning. Sort of in spite of my bad choices, and in spite of the lag that was going on. So I got the win, and I think I went back up to bronze, maybe? Yes, I finally went back up to bronze because your boy lost so much that he had to go down to rookie. But your boy's trying. He's a Grasshopper. He's trying up in the game, trying to step up in the game. Get up there, baby. You know what I'm saying? Is got my lapel on. So he wanted to run back, and I was like, cool. This time I decided to try to go after him as much as I could. I know he's a bigger guy, and I know, the power difference, but I was like, yo, I gotta try to go after him. I gotta try to make a difference. And like knowing kind of like the move set, I'm kind of ready for what he might have. So when it comes to the rushes, those punches, I should have been ready for that, but I was just, I was bugging out. But, still trying to, and I like that move that he does, but still trying to fight against the lag and also kind of like get a win You know, I'm like, yo, I need to stay in control, follow this up with a sweep. He actually blocked me on the sweep. I was like, I wanted to end that with a sweep, but I was like, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Let me get an opportunity to win this. Let me get an opportunity to take this to another level. Let me get an opportunity to keep my level, son. The only thing about that move is it breaks your block, which is cool. He's still close enough. I might be able to take him. And as you can see, dude is killing me right now. Like, so I have to come up with something. I try to wake up Dragon Punch, which was a mistake, a big mistake, but I got him on the sweep. I finally figured out the timing on that, so I got him on the sweep, which was a good thing. Your boy got a victory, and I think this might be our last round. I think. Because Abigail, at least this player, shouts to Sparty Rage, or Sporty Rage. Sporty? I don't know what the boy is. But shouts to him that I actually had an opportunity to take it to the house and win this one for the home team. So, as you can see right here, he's got me down. I think I actually come back. I think this is one where I come back from. Maybe not, because this lag is not my favorite, man. This lag is not a good look. Dude just threw me up and let me drop. But as you can see, like, the power indifference is why, like, even right now I'm trying to figure out, can I lure him into something? What can I get him to fall into? How can I get him to come over and commit to this corner so that I can counter him? But as you can see right here, like, look at that lag, son. There's like nothing that I could do with a lag like that. That lag is crazy. So seeing a lag like that is just, it's like, what am I supposed to do? So the good thing here is we end up with the finally kind of like closing out with what I would consider a hotly contested match. I'd say that this is a tightly contested match where I think we both fought pretty well. And I like matches like this, whether I win or lose, because I think when they're tight like this is when you learn this is when you grow the most. As you can see, we're super close to each other. We're super tight, you know, and Sparty Rage is taking it to me. Shouts out to NERDSoul Light. But here is where, you know, the rubber meets the road. I get a couple of good counters in. My block strings is on point. I can't get him to commit. I did get him. I did get him with the hurricane kick, but then he got me with the throw that was McNasty. He broke my block. And this is where I'm like starting to almost panic a little bit. But luckily, I come through in the clutch. I keep the pressure on and get the sweep. So yeah, that's how your boy lost bronze and got bronze all in an episode. There was like an hour more play, but come on, man, let's be for real. Y'all don't want to see all that. But until next time, from me to you saying NERDSoul Gaming is dope, and peace.